This is GeroTheHero, and this is my review of Konasuba Season 2, Episode 1. So, basically, Kazumi is blamed for the explosion since the last season, and of course, everybody else is involved, but they're letting him take the fall because this prosecutor is basically telling them that anybody that wants to help him will also get jailed, so no one backs him up. Even Aqua and Megami and everybody that was involved in the actual, basically, causing the explosion. What's even funnier is, he eventually gets jailed, and they try to break him out, and of course, everything that they try fails. She tries to bring him a lockpick. Of course, the lock for the cell is a combination lock. She tries to bring him a hacksaw, and of course, he can't reach the other side, so there's no point. So he just pretty much goes to sleep. The interrogation is pretty funny because there's this item that basically you have to tell the exact truth, otherwise it dings. So, she asks him a question of, where are you from and why did you become an adventurer? And he says, I'm from Japan and I became an adventurer so I could defeat the ultimate evil, blah, blah, blah. And it goes, ding! So then he has to explain, no, I became an adventurer so I could impress the ladies. And they go, and doesn't make a sound, of course. So he tries to use that advantage, and of course, every time he tries to tell something, it's not the exact truth. So it just gets worse and worse and worse. Eventually, he gets sent to trial because they ask him, "Do you have any connections with the main bad guy?" And he has to explain yes, because that girl that was technically a sorcerer was actually used to be part of the Dark One's forces. So, of course, he gets put to trial. And this is hilarious, too, because basically his attorneys are Megami, Aqua, and Darkness. And, of course, that doesn't go well. And it's set up like an ace attorney kind of style, with the judge and everything. And it's funny because, the more they say, the more it doesn't help them. And, of course, this prosecutor uses everything that he's done in the past that made him look bad to prove her case. So, she basically gets people on the stand and tells them about the whole incident where he learned how to steal, and it ended up that he stole panties instead of stealing anything. So, of course, she has to admit, yes, that did happen. And then that's 1 point for her. And then the guy that got his sword stolen and sold off, he has to say, yeah, that happened. And then, of course, his followers have to explain that he threatened them that they were going to take their panties away. And, of course, that they have to admit, yes, that happened. So just everything, all the evidence basically makes him look bad. But luckily, Kazumi remembers that the item's still there, so he says, you know what, I'm not a terrorist, and I have no evil intentions. And of course, it doesn't ding, so that's how they were about to dismiss his case. But then the noble basically says, if he slept free, then it kind of makes me look bad, so I don't think you should let him go. So, of course, that influences the judge. And he's about to, pass sentence, but luckily, Darkness, because of her family, she doesn't get him off, but she basically says, let's have a stay of trial. So it gets Kazumi off the hook for now, but he's still under suspicion. And at the end of the episode, she's basically parting ways from them, but who knows what will happen in the next episode. But I just thought it was so funny that, basically it is a recap episode, but you wouldn't think so, just on the way that they handled it. And just the expression on Kazumi's face in all these different situations, especially when he was trying to get past the, basically, lie detector. That was the most hilarious. This expression, his defeated look, that he had to basically explain that he's a loser. And, just all the little things that happened during this episode. But essentially, it's a recap episode, and you probably wouldn't even think about it until maybe the end of the episode, that basically it's just recapping what happened in the last episode. But overall, really funny. I am looking forward to the next episode. Like always, comment below, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you next time.